Hey everybody, oh, and of course, I have to do this on the air now too because I did a restart and I forgot to do this. The technical difficulties continue. And folks, I am apologizing now, but let's just get into the subject matter as you see how blown out I can be and how we try to fix things on the air. Hopefully the audio's all right. I don't know that it is. I'm pretty disturbed by the fact that I'm having these technical difficulties, but what the hell? Let's talk some Trump. Let's talk some John Bolton. Let's talk some Maduro. And let's talk some Hamza bin Laden. Now, I give credit where credit is due, and that's why I cheered Trump for finally getting rid of John Bolton. And what does he do? What does he do? He comes out and he says, you think John Bolton's a tough guy. Let me tell you something. He was soft on Venezuela and Cuba. I wanted to go hardcore. Hardcore. And here we go. Check it out. First of all, he tweets it out, right? He tweets it out. President Donald Trump claimed that John Bolton, the National Security Advisor, has said he fired earlier this week was holding him back on Venezuela. And I have someone in the comments asking me why I'm going with the mainstream media narrative. No, you don't understand what's going on geopolitically. This madman wants to go into South America. Before we go any further with this, just so people understand, last week, our military surrounded
Look, the United States, the closest we ever came to nuclear war.
Why? I hate when auto things. This politician here suggesting that Venezuela somehow has nuclear weapons, that's ridiculous. That's propaganda. That's mainstream media nonsense. All right? But the idea that Trump is now bragging, and here he is verbally bragging about it, by the way. Sorry, I did a full restart there. Oh, here we go. Can't have volume on it. Had the volume ready.
Way out of line. No, I disagreed with John Bolton on his attitudes on Venezuela. I thought he was way out of line, and I think I've proven to be right. But we are always watching Venezuela very, very closely.
No, you're surrounding them militarily, and then you have, cheerleaders out there saying we need to cut the regime off the head and build a coalition of the willing. So here's Trump acting like a tough guy after getting rid of Bolton, a complete warmonger in his administration. Okay? And I know that all you people that think that, Donald Trump is trolling this and playing 4D chess and there's an imagination land person with Q on his chest and some kind of intelligence network, you're lost, man. You're lost. Come back to a place called reality, where the Trump administration is wholeheartedly ready to go into Venezuela, wholeheartedly ramping things up in Iran and the rest of Eurasia. That's the reality we're looking at. That's the very real deal. And let me give you another example of what we shouldn't be bragging about. How about Trump confirms Osama bin Laden's son Hamza has been killed in a counter-terror operation? And of course, this is going to start too. We're just going to do that right away. Here's the deal, folks. First of all, Hamza bin Laden, what did he run? Anything? We don't know. We don't know. It's just, it's an association with bin Laden name. Apparently he's been dead for months, but we took him out. We took him out because of terror. Because of terror. Let me explain something to some people here. Okay? And I want you to look at this
Peace talks.
Man, just ridiculous. On 9/11, there's a man calling for attacks on the U.S. and slams jihad backtrackers. Remember, Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, these side groups, they work with us. Work with us in Syria. All right? Do you get it? Now, this old hat guy right here, this is a man called Ayman al-Zawahiri, or Zahari, different pronunciations over the years. Let me show you a little bit about this gentleman. That's not the first video. He's been cranking them out since the days of bin Laden. All right? So after the Abbottabad attack, if you believe that he was still running some kind of network and that was him in Pakistan, etc., 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 this becomes the leader of Al-Qaeda. He's been around since before 9/11. We've never gotten him. We've never gotten him. Let me say it again. We've never gotten him. Here he is in a cave with bin Laden. He's on video with him all over the place through the years. Do you think there might be a chance that Ayman al-Zawahiri could be some kind of an intelligence asset and some kind of a control mechanism over these so obviously run intelligence organizations that masquerade as jihadi groups? Folks, it was such a joke about Ayman al-Zawahiri here. Oh, come on. Are you telling me that it didn't even go here? I had the publication up. Oh, this is killing me. Ayman al-Zawahiri was a joke in South Park, okay? We're going to find that actual thing. See, restart things, Ayman al-Zawahiri. I'm going to type it in South Park. In 2006, they had Ayman al-Zawahiri in Cartoon Wars Part 2. Here's the press reader. That's why I actually had that up. But it was funny in 2006. So while they were doing that episode where they were showing how the Family Guy threw together, they just kind of like, oh, we'll take this, we'll throw it together, it'll be a throwaway joke cutscene, right? Throughout that, there was actual video of this man cut into television as the Boogeyman 13 years ago on a cartoon comedy show. And today, we live in cartoon comedy world where the President of the United States acts like a tough guy, talking about, well, I was going to meet with that Taliban, but then they took credit for those attacks in Kabul. And then it's acted like, well, he was the peacenik in that operation because John Bolton couldn't believe he was going to meet with the Taliban. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Of course he would. Like, that's a good thing. Social Observer. Why do you still use Google truth seeking? Because all the other search engines are pretty much inferior. Everybody asks me why I use Google, why I use Chrome. I need everything to work. And don't get me wrong, when I'm deep diving and deep searching, I go to other engines. I often go to a lot of peer-to-peer networks, et cetera, or, PDF search engines. But I got to tell you, as censored as it is, it still works the best. Yahoo's garbage. Web crawlers, garbage. These are old ones. Dog piles, garbage. I've tried DuckDuckGo. It's garbage. So, yes, unfortunately, I do have to use the Google software out there. And hate me if you will. I guess we're all hypocrites on some level. So, I mean, I don't know how much internet searching a lot of you guys do out there, but it was hard enough for me just to find which episode al-Zawahiri was on South Park, and having to remember that. Because, again, we don't focus on him till it's convenient. It's a little blip in the news cycle. Oh, let's bring back a boogeyman. No one talks about how the leader of Al-Qaeda, who was around pre-Bin Laden, has never been brought to justice. But you know what they will tell you about? The military tribunals. The show trials that are coming for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and 4 others in Guantanamo Bay in 2021. We'll focus on that. But this guy right here that you're looking at, who supposedly is some kind of a mastermind terrorist, he doesn't have the Bin Laden last name. Let's kill a Bin Laden. And it was funny, even CNN officials were like, well, and believe me, I know they don't want to give any credit to Trump, but really, what are you really giving credit to Trump for on this anyway? This is months ago. It had nothing to do with him. It looks like some kind of an operation where they drone bombed something. But the CNN terrorism analyst, Paul Cruikshank, said, if Hamza bin Laden has indeed been dead for months, you would expect Al-Qaeda to have released some kind of eulogy before today. The fact that they haven't is highly unusual given his status in the group. Is it really? This all seems like a facade, a show. Again, when you have Ayman al-Zawahiri out there as an Al-Qaeda leader for 20 plus years, 18 plus after 9/11, question why? Folks, we're doing 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 videos a day here. Thumbs this video up. Share it with others. I apologize about the technical difficulties earlier. Hopefully you guys are hearing and seeing me loud and clear. You can follow me on Twitter over here as well and check out my films Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, and New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture, all for free over the YouTube channel. And if you can spare $5, $10, $15, it means the world for me. It keeps me cranking these videos out on subjects that matter, on the ones that go beyond the left-right paradigm, on the ones that go beyond the fairy tale world, where there's some kind of superhero on message boards that's going to save everything. And there's a man playing 70D chess that's going to save the world. And it's okay to intervene in second and third world nations in South America militarily on behalf of the military-industrial complex and corporations. Sorry, not buying it. I'll see ya on the flip side.